Hey guys, what's up? Mr. Surplus Nut. Just bringing a short video on this rifle that I acquired. It's the Enfield number 4 Mark 1. It's a Canadian Long Branch, but I also have it next to my new Arisaka. Both of these rifles, I acquired them not too long ago. Actually, the Arisaka, I just finished refinishing it up today, and I actually made a video on it, like right when I got it from Victory Arms and Munitions, and you guys can check that out on my channel. The before and after or individual videos on this rifle. But basically, I just have them both side by side. The Type 99 Arisaka, made at the Nagoya Arsenal, and this one is a 1941 that I completely refurbished. As you guys can see, it's not a last ditched rifle by any means, but just wanted to show you guys the rifle next to the other rifle that's the one I want to talk about on this video. This is not a review, it's just a quick overview of this two rifles that I needed to kind of like complete my surplus rifle collection, especially World War II era. I needed a Japanese Arisaka and this Enfield number 4 Mark 1. So yeah, even though they're both side by side, just wanted to show you guys what they look like once I redo the wood on it and the bluing if it needs to be done. But basically, I want to show you guys up close this Enfield that I purchased from Classic Arms. Today is November the 12th, 2017, for whoever sees this video after this date. And as of now, they have the second batch of Enfields. I purchased this one when they got a batch of Enfields that they acquired from Samco Global. They were actually here in Miami, Florida, and the owner declared bankruptcy, so a lot of the rifles obviously got sold out. And from what I understand from Classic Firearms, they acquired a good supply of these Enfields. On the first batch of them, they had these, and they had some that they were deactivated, and all they had was the face of the bolt with the lugs was like welded together. And but I think if you would have bought one of those rifles, you could have bought a good working bolt with a proper bolt face, or and make it work. But anyways, those sold out really quickly, so I ended up buying one of these, and I actually got a pretty nice one. This is obviously the rifle that how you guys see it now. It's not in the shape that I received it. Like I've mentioned in some of my videos, when you get these rifles in the shape that they come, you're like, man, this thing, it's either gone through hell, which most likely did if it went through, saw some was involved in the war. But anyways, I usually get these rifles and I refurbish them. I finished doing the wood. As you guys can see, it comes out really nice. The bluing, this one, the bluing wasn't too nice. I think the Enfields, they used like this baked on paint that actually on this one it was all flaking off. So I went ahead and I just redid it. And here on the first band and the end here, I actually I re-blued everything in the front except the band, the front band also. I used this product from Brunel's. It's called Alumahide, and it came out really nice. It's a epoxy finish that it goes on real real strong on there, and it's very it resists like solvents or whatever you might use to clean the gun. It actually resists all that. So yeah, I purchased this rifle from Classic Firearms. Again, as of now, they got the second batch of Enfields. Now they are selling for $699. You might say, wow, that's really expensive for an Enfield. Well, back in the days, they were cheap. Now that the surplus market is drying up, they're getting expensive. I found one for like 300 and something at a gun broker's, and it was a real beater. It was all beat up, and I didn't think it would have been worth it getting it. The rifling wasn't good on it. It had pitting in the lands inside the bore, so I passed on that. And then I did see some nice ones on Gun Broker, maybe worth buying, but again, they want it pretty much around this price, 800, 700, 900. I've seen some up to like 15, $1,500, $2,000, believe it or not. Back then you could purchase one of these for like $120, or the more way back you go, the cheaper they would have been, I'm sure. But anyways, I always wanted an Enfield, and this is the one I like. I don't like the previous to this. The number 4 Mark 1, and this is what I got. And as a matter of fact, this was really nice. Classic Firearms right now, they have them, and when I bought this one, they had 3 types. This is the Canadian Long Branch, and for that it's a 1944, which is a very significant year, which I'm going to talk to you guys about that now in a little bit. But yeah, to give you some up close as I talk to you guys about this. The bluing came out exceptional. That's the magazine. Oh, I used for the bluing, which is all this area here of the rifle, it's been blued with the product from Brunel's also. It's called Oxford Blue. That's what I used. And this thing back here, the end plate of the stock, if you guys would have seen, it didn't look like that. That didn't even look like brass. When I got it, it looked like regular metal, and I had to do some serious work on this thing with my Dremel and those little wheels of sandcloth to grind it down to where you can start seeing the brass. And then I started going with different grits of paper to get it to where it's at now. So that took me a long time to get this brass end plate like this. And again, when I purchased it from Classic Firearms, and they still have the same thing. Obviously, they're gonna be selling them out,